to another video of Reflection with PCUA. The topic for this video is immigration. Immigration is the international movement of people to a destination country, of which they are not natives or where they do not possess citizenship in order to settle or reside there, especially as permanent residents or naturalized citizens, or to take up employment as a migrant worker or temporarily as a foreign worker. As for economic effects, research suggests that immigration is beneficial both for the receiving and sending countries. Research has found extensive evidence of discrimination against foreign-born and minority populations in criminal justice, business, the economy, housing, healthcare, media, and politics in the United States and Europe. When people cross national borders during their migration, they are called migrants or immigrants from the perspective of the country which they enter. From the perspective of the country which they live, they are called immigrants or outmigrants. One theory of migration distinguishes between push and pull factors. Push factors refer primarily to the motive for immigration from the country of origin. In the case of economic migration, usually labor migration, differentials in wage rates are common. If the value of wages in the new country surpasses the value of wages in one's native country, he or she may choose to migrate as long as the costs are not too high. Particularly in the 19th century, economic expansion of the US increased immigrant flow, and nearly 15% of the population was foreign-born, thus making up a significant amount of the labor force. Escape from poverty, personal or for relatives staying behind, is a traditional pull factor, and the availability of jobs is the related pull factor. Non-economic push factors include persecution, religious or otherwise, frequent abuse, bullying, oppression, ethnic cleansing, genocide, risks to civilians during war, and social marginalization. Political motives traditionally motivate refugee flows. For instance, people may emigrate in order to escape a dictatorship. Barriers to immigration come not only in legal or political form. Natural and social barriers to immigration can also be very powerful. Immigrants, when leaving their country, also leave everything familiar, their family, friends, support network, and culture. They also need to liquidate their assets, and they incur the expense of moving. When they arrive in the new country, this is often with many uncertainties, including finding work, where to live, new laws, new cultural norms, language, or accent issues, possible racism and other exclusionary behavior towards them and their family. The United States has more immigrants than any other country in the world. Today, more than 40 million people living in the US were born in another country, accounting for about one-fifth of the world's migrants in 2017. The population of immigrants is also very diverse, with just about every country in the world represented among US immigrants. While immigration for white Europeans has, for the most part, led to a smooth welcome into dominant society, immigrants who are people of color face a more difficult path to acceptance, much less belonging in the United States. A noticeable pattern emerges throughout the United States history of immigration. When the economy needs immigrant labor, restrictions decline and immigrants are welcomed into the country. However, if circumstances changes and immigrant labor is no longer needed, the U.S. position on immigration shifts to restriction, deportations, and xenophobic rhetoric. With this, I finish the topic about immigration. I hope you guys liked the video, so I'll see you next time.